Hello guys, JC here. Welcome all. Thank you for having time to join this meeting. I think this second meeting. Our first meeting we talked about it was just about the introduction of our community. That's a Galaxy Experts Dev and Launch community. So if you missed that session, just head to our YouTube channel. That's Galaxy Experts Software Solutions. So I'm hoping to have an interesting session with you guys. Mostly our guest Doris. Welcome so much. Welcome. I'm hoping that our members will learn a lot from you. Maybe before continuing, let me just start by introducing myself. I'm Jaycee. I'm a full stack developer and also a machine learning engineer. I'm the founder of Galaxy Experts Software Solutions. So if you want to know more about it, just go to our website. That's galaxyexpertsoftwares.com. I'm also a founder of this community. That's a Galaxy Experts Dev and Launch community. This is where we are coming together just to build products and launching it and making sure that they are successful into the market. Again, if you missed, more information is in our first meeting. You just go to our YouTube channel and you'll find the video there. So thank you once again. So maybe before I give a chance Doris to introduce herself, let me just go through the topic of today. So today we are going to talk about an interesting topic, choosing the right learning path in tech. So if you're a beginner or you want to change your career, this is an interesting topic for you. So let me just go through some of the agendas of today. The first one is just exploring different learning paths. The second is choosing the right path based on interest and skills. Then what is the ideal time to choose this learning path? Doris is going to share her experience as a backend developer. Also, is going to talk about the pros and cons of normal learning and self-learning. And finally, she is going to recommend the resources on which a beginner or someone who is interested into tech can use. So that's all guys. I'm hoping to have a good session with you. Just make sure at the end of the session prepare your questions. So let me just take this time to give a chance to Doris to introduce herself. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jaycee. I'm really honored to be part of this community. I really appreciate. Okay, my name is Doris Kawira Mwito, software engineer by profession, and currently working as a backend developer at Hero Kenya, which is basically a fintech company that aims at offering seamless payment solutions to businesses. Okay, I guess have done the introduction.
Welcome, Doris. Thank you so much for having time just to share your experience with us. And maybe before I continue, maybe let me just give time for my expert team just to introduce themselves. Maybe Amos.
Okay, hello everyone. I hope mnaendelea poa. So my name is Amos Kiputo, and I'm a front-end developer. Aspiring to be a web developer. So this night I look forward to learn from Doris. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Amos. Next, you have Korir.
Yes, good evening. Once again, I welcome you to this week meeting. We have a special guest and it will be of great importance to us. So my name is Korir Kelvin. I'm a backend developer and also pursuing machine learning. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Korir. Then there is someone here, Ida Mukami. Thank you for being here. So I think we can start. So Doris, now that you have introduced yourself, I think you can just let's delve right in. So Doris, you're a backend developer. Maybe for someone who is new into tech and wanting to venture more into it, what do you think when you hear terms like front end, back end, fully stack? Maybe for someone who is new.
Okay. One thing with tech, it's a very diverse field. There's so many fields that are there. There is the software development part, the data part, the cybersecurity, the computer, the cloud computing, the UI and UX design. That is project management. So one thing with all these fields, what you just have to have, it's just a skill to thrive in any field that you pick. So it's upon you to explore uh, the field or the industry and get to learn the various fields that are there and what they entail and which skill you're supposed to have so as to thrive there. So um, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think you have explored more. So how can someone decide that this career is best for me, based on their interests, skills? What advice will you give for someone who is not sure of the path of which he or she can take?
Mhm. Um, okay, first of all, as have stated right now, it's that tech is so diverse. So it's upon you to decide on which path you wanna work in. That will help you in solving a certain solution because after all, tech is all about offering a certain solution to a given problem. So we are all very unsure at the start of what we wanna pick and which path we want to walk with it through the journey. But then there's so many things. Okay, there are a few concepts that I consider to be the key that you should consider, especially when you are starting off. First of all, understand the landscape of the tech industry. Get to explore the the parts that are there. Get to know what they entail, the skills that you need, what you should possess to navigate through the different parts that are there. Then secondly, after you've now understood the landscape in tech industry, do some self assessment which will help you discover your strengths, your interest, what you love doing, what you can really invest right now, so that you can just be doing it for the rest of your life because you're building this skill so that you can be doing it like it's your daily life, something that will be waking up to every day. So you should have something that you really love doing. So do that the self-assessment, understand yourself, get to know what you naturally enjoy doing and what you are good at. Probably you might be very creative in designs. Uh, there is a skill for that. Okay, when you're very creative, you can decide to dive into UI UX design, some front end development. The other thing, you might be that uh, okay, a problem solving oriented person. So you can just decide to get into the software development. You can be having the interest in data, whereby you will just be driving insights from large data and developing models and principles that will help uh, in data analysis and data science. So you can just get yourself into data. So the self-assessment will help you to know what you really, okay, in which field you fit best. Then after now you've done the self-assessment, get now to know the skill that is required for that specific role that you want to get yourself into. Probably you want to get into data science. You know very well you should at least be knowing some Python, R, SQL. the Power BI, and all those other things, and also the data visualization techniques. You should be good at it. If you wanna get into software development, at least master a certain language, learn the tools that are needed there, the Git, we have the containerization tools and all the rest. If you wanna get into cybersecurity, you know what that you should at least get to understand the network security, the ethical hacking, and all other things. If you wanna get into design, that is the UI and UX design, get to master the design tools such as the Figma and the rest. So after you've understood the landscape in tech industry, do some self-assessment to get to understand yourself and what you are good at. Then after that, learn now the skill that aligns with the specific role that you want to dive into. So that's the key concept that I wanna advise anyone who wants to, or anyone who is starting this tech industry, or someone who is shifting from other fields. Yes.
Interesting. That's an in-depth information. So for the case of interest, some people are focusing on maybe on courses or careers because someone is learning. So what's your take, or should someone focus on his or her interest or someone else's interest?
Okay, we are all different. Probably, I felt that backend development is what really fits for me, and I worked towards it. I gained the necessary skills that has helped me thrive in that field. Probably for you, JC, you are good in data science, machine learning. Okay, like you should not be looking at what your friends are doing or what your peers are doing. Just focus on yourself, what you want to do. Remember, you're choosing this career that you'll be doing for the better part of your life. So choose something that you'll be willing to show up every day. If it's okay, for my case in my backend engineering, I know the things that I should be doing every day. If okay, probably I was looking at what others are doing, and got myself into it just because someone has succeeded in it. Okay, I can say I could have given up when I was starting, but because I just made up my mind, and I decided this is something that aligns with what I want to do in this life. That's why have have maneuvered through it so easily. So just be yourself, understand what you need, and what really aligns with your interest. Yeah, because after all, they say that choose a job that you love doing, and you will never have to work a day in your life. So just choose something that you love and that you feel you're so comfortable in doing. If it's that design, okay, you are very perfect in it. You can create the best designs. If you are that data scientist, make sure that you're good at it. Just work on yourself, practice on whatever you're doing. Don't just be that person who will be looking at whatever people are doing. Okay, probably JC has succeeded in his role. Okay, he has a good paying job because he's a machine. Okay, he's good at machine learning, or he's a data scientist or any other field. So you also want to get there just because you've seen someone has succeeded there. You don't know the struggles, the failures this person has encountered in their journey. So just be you, know what you need, and pick the best that aligns with your interest. Yeah.
Wow, well explained. I think we can move to the next question. So for example, for my case, when I joined campus, I didn't know what to take, what to learn. So for maybe most of my members are beginners, or for the students, or those people who are new into this field, when do you think is the ideal time to choose the way to go?
Okay, I don't think there is a perfect time for one to choose a career. Okay, but for the starters, that's not the perfect time for you to choose a career path. That's the during that time that you are starting off, when you are exploring the different phases. Okay, in school, you are just given that comprehensive foundation of the tech industry. You learn a lot and everything that is important for you to thrive in the tech industry. So for the starters, the best time now to pick the career path, it's when you are at that stage, when you are exploring, when you want to research on what best fits for you. Explore, as I told you, then do the self assessment, get to know your interests and what you feel is best for you. Okay, that is for the starters. There are probably you wanna upskill. You're curious about learning new technologies. So that's not the perfect time for you to. Okay, probably for me, I'm in backend development, but I might change to data science. So that's not the other perfect time. Okay, the other moment when you can choose a career path. The other moment that I feel like you can choose a career path, it's when your goals have shifted. Probably you joined and felt that I want do um, uh, to do software development. This is what I want to do for the longest. Okay, in the long run. But then when I get into that industry, I explore, I get to understand the different things. Then and I feel that the okay, it's now my time to shift my gear to some other things. So you can just choose a different career path. Okay, I feel still you can. Okay, the other moment you can choose perfect for choosing a career path. It's okay in case of a new market demands. You can still shift to whatever is trending at that moment. Okay, but at times we are even forced to shift actually. Okay, especially skill wise, we are forced to shift to other things. Okay, for example, in skill wise, like all we know in you might have mastered a certain language and you are so proficient at it, but when you get into that company, you get there implementing the solutions using different technology. So you'll just have to shift to whatever technologies that they are using. So I don't think that there is that ideal time, but for students, those are in school, they are okay. The moment that they can choose their career path, it's when they are exploring. That's the perfect time. The others, it's when you wanna upskill, or when goals have shifted, or when or in case of new market demand. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So in short, you are trying to say that if you are a beginner, just try first to learn more information. Then after, while you'll be learning, at least you'll have passion in one thing, and that way you can focus on that way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Just learn, okay. Explore first. Get to know the different fields that are there. Get to do the self-assessment as I've mentioned earlier. And then after that, now you can pick a path. Okay, like for me, I remember while I was in school, I really wanted to be a data scientist. And I was working towards being a data scientist. I was learning Python, the SQL and all that, but then all of a sudden my goals just shifted and I decided to get into software development. So it all depends. Okay, when we are starting off, we are really unsure of what we want to do, because we are so overwhelmed by the industry, how diverse it is, the vast range of or fields there. But just now, okay, work on what you can right now. If it's okay, like for me, I just wanted to be a data scientist. I was working towards that. I was trying to learn the the appropriate skills that aligned with that field. But later on, I changed. So just learn whatever you can, and what you feel you're comfortable with, and what you can, yeah, because that's something now you will be doing for the rest of your time there before you change your mind. Or okay, probably it might be something that you'll be doing for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Thank you. Well explained. Now you're a backend developer. Actually, I'm a full stack developer, but I think you are using a different language on your backend. So maybe basing on your experience, now that you are a backend developer, we also have people who want to venture into your field. From your experience in backend development, maybe you can share how it feels to be a backend developer, and what are the essential skills and tools someone should focus on.
Mhm. Okay, actually, backend development is something that have really come to love so much, because I feel that okay, backend backend side of an application, it's the backbone of every application. Um, One thing I can really advise on this, okay, if you're those people who love digging into how things work behind the scenes or under the hood, okay, in the context of the development, by ensuring there is optimal performance of the systems, they're reliable, the systems are scalable. Just dive into into this field. First of all, it requires you to think through a problem systematically. You break the problem into, okay, you break it down into modules or steps, and then come up with a solution that will be efficient for that problem. Then the other thing is, okay, the tools that you need here, you need to at least be proficient in at least one language, one language, may it be Python, may it be Java, PHP, uh, and the rest, and then learn the different okay, the different tools, the versioning tools, that is the Git and GitHub. There is other the containerization and the orchestration tools. Get to understand about them. Get to understand about the different communication channels. That is the, okay, which offers the communication protocols, the APIs. That is the gRPC, the RESTful APIs, the GraphQL, and the rest. So equip yourself with these skills. Okay. And the other thing is that in back, okay, you should still be very adaptable, very adaptable. Okay, for me, when I joined, okay, I got my internship in this company, Pehiro Kenya. I was good or proficient in Python. I had done the communication channel that I had done was the REST APIs. I had a few projects that I presented on my interview, and then we did some technical interview, and then they told me that they're using totally different technologies. So I was, okay, actually, I didn't know. Okay, I had that mixed feeling at first, because I was starting on in this journey. I didn't know much. I didn't know like how adaptable I can be in the industry. But when I got there, okay, they used Golang and gRPC. So I got there, then the onboarding session, and then I just had to learn, because after all, there's no company that will give you time to learn. You'll just have to learn as you do your work. So just be adaptable, but at least make sure you've learned one or more languages. You are good at them. You can do, okay, you can handle any task or any problem with this skill that you've gained. Okay, with that, it will be easier to transition to other things because after all, when you okay, I believe that if you have basics in one language, to transition to the other one, it will be easier. Considered to when you don't understand anything, you are starting from scratch. So just make sure you at least have one language that you can build a project from scratch with, and you really understand it.
Oh, interesting. The fact that you say that what you learn during campus is totally different with what you found. That tells more about you. So in short, someone's need to be flexible. So in case of any changes, you can change quickly. Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. Let's move to the next topic. This is a very interesting one concerning formal education and self-study. This is a wide topic. Actually, most of my members are campus students, right? So most of them have been focusing a lot on formal education. That's the only content that they're being taught on class. So focusing alone on what is taught in campus, others maybe are paying attention on maybe self-study. So what are the pros and cons of formal education compared to self-study?
Mhm. Okay, for me, I can say that to be betterly versed with this industry, um, okay, do the formal education too, and still work on yourself. After all, okay, all of us, whether ulimaliza shule ama uko shule, you all understand what goes on there, right? So one thing with the formal study, it will just give you a comprehensive foundation of the tech industry. This is where you'll be taught everything that you can get there, the different languages that you can get there, the skills that you can learn, everything. Like you're fed with everything. Okay, especially in campus, you're just fed with everything. Uh, one of the advantages of this is that in the current era that we are living, uh, okay, very few companies will ask for your degree or for your certificate of completion and all that, but then at least it gives you the instant credibility when you are applying for a job. Okay, probably there is this role that it's so competitive. Okay, everyone has qualified skills skill wise, but then they want to wanataka kuchuja watu. Which criteria will they look for? Of course, they will just check those who got the degree or the certificate in the different field that they are looking for a certain person to work with. And after, according to me, I feel like I'm those people who will just do the theory and the practical part of it. So that's one of the pros of formal education. Soma tu enda hizo classes, pita hizo the resources that were given.
So in short, like wasifocus sana kwa vitu ya class, actually wafocus kwa self study sana.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You should, because okay, after all, okay, we all know what goes on there. Yeah, so work on yourself. Work on yourself. Keep learning. Keep learning every day.
Okay.
Don't just concentrate on class and forget on yourself.
Actually, I have an example. There's this guy. Actually, he was a software engineer student. Sijui kama unamjua. Anaitwa Andrew. So Andrew, when he was on second year, so he focused on self study. Right now, Andrew is running one of the biggest ISP platform. Sijui kama there's this platform called Umesikia Softwares. So this guy is running right now the one of the biggest ISP platforms. So in short, I totally agree. You should not focus more on formal. Okay, focus. Actually, the more weight should go to self study. Ile kujituma, unaona? Okay. I think we can move on the next topic. Concerning continuous learning. So things are really changing. The things I learned when I was on first year are totally different from the things people are learning right now. So how important is continuous learning, and how can someone stay up to date?
Okay, tech industry is one of those industries that are rapidly evolving, so you should be open to learning every day. As I told you earlier, I just got into this role and I had to learn new new technology. So you just have to be open minded and embrace it. That tech is evolving, so you just have to stay up to date every day.
Okay, so lastly, before I invite some questions, so if you have any question, just prepare. When I give you a chance, you'll have to unmute your mic and ask the question, or maybe you can just send your text. So lastly, for someone who just started learning or still learning, maybe do you have any specific resources, books, websites, or platforms that they can use?
There's so many resources out there, actually free resources. There is YouTube, utilize YouTube, Udemy, um, the Coursera. There's so many resources, especially YouTube. It's a free. It's a okay. YouTube. It's just a free school. So if you really utilize it well, you're going to learn a lot. There is still Udemy. You can just invest few coins and buy a course, and you really okay. You won't regret. Uh, yeah. I guess those
Actually
are
the
the
actually the
resources.
issue right now, information imekuwa mingi sana, so like you find that it is very difficult for someone to filter, like which information can I use.
Okay, for me, what I'm going for right now, it's documentations and Udemy. That's what I'm really focusing on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doris. It was a nice session. Maybe let me just take some questions. So the first question, someone is asking, okay, how can I identify which tech part has the best job prospects?
Okay, if you really take that direction, I don't think that. Okay, you might just give up on the way if you're okay. Okay, acha ni put kwa salary oriented. Okay, usiangalie tu salary because one thing, tech is a very lucrative industry. So like everything pays on well. It all depends with the time or the company that you are working. Those people wenye wanafanya kazi kwa kampuni kubwa kubwa wanaweza attest that tech inalipa fit. So usiangalie like the salary part of it. Just look at what you enjoy doing and what you can really invest your time, your resources at.
Actually, I agree. The best thing about tech, like you cannot get an instant reward. You need to at least take time, be consistent. Then baadaye ndio utaona rewards yake.
Eh,
If you have a question, I'm seeing Korir.
Okay. So my questions was about the introduction of AI in the farm, in the software development or any institution which provide the software development. So it is like many people are concerned about the way the machine learning or AI will overcome the human intelligence in such a way that is going to take away our jobs. What is your take on that? Thank you.
okay. I'm pretty sure already you've used the ChatGPT and the other AI platforms, right? Umeona venye those things are hallucinating, especially ukikuja kwa problem solving. So, okay, I don't think that they will take over the jobs. What they do, they'll just help us They'll just simplify the process. But I don't think it will take the jobs. Okay, someone can help me on that.
Okay, maybe I can answer that. Actually, I've been trying to use. Actually, there's a day we discussed with you about using ChatGPT and the way that it is very. It has a lot of bugs. Actually, it takes a very easy time to generate a code, but the time you'll use to debug errors in that code, hey, it will take ages. So okay, that's true. I agree that AI will not take our jobs. So just make sure you are in line, you are up to date. Make sure you are just using, but not use it totally to generate all the things. So Korir, hope your question is answered.
Yes, I'm okay about it. Though it is like this. I've ever read a book which it talks about this generation. This like AI is in the infancy period where introduction and less advanced. So I'm concerned about the future and the future of developers.
Okay, thank you, Korir. I think that's a topic we can discuss. You can organize and discuss one day. I'll organize a guest on who will talk about that. Thank you. So we have Amos. Just unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, so I have a question. So for now, okay, I love this programming language inaitwa JavaScript. So nimefanya research yangu, I can use it, naweza itumia pia kunda for backend development. So is there ni lazima ni learn these other stacks for me to become a full stack web developer? Kwa sababu nimediscover JavaScript iko na hizo frameworks kenye za kufanya create hiyo a whole web app kenye iko na both server side na client side using JavaScript.
Okay. Okay, I think it all depends with whatever you're doing or in the company that you are in and what the technologies that they use to implement their solutions. If you get in a company that uses Java or PHP, you'll just have to learn the language if you really want to work. So you just have to be flexible and adaptable to new technologies and all that.
Thank you. Thank you, Amos. Is your question answered? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm seeing Phoebe.
Okay. Um, Actually, I'm not part of software and everything, but I like forensic. And I was thinking if forensic could align with software, because when it comes to digital forensic, you need more of software things and learning. So may you expand on it? Is there something relating, because our lecturer told us that if you get somebody doing software, uh, something pertaining technology, then you work with those people. So I think there is an advantage. Kindly, may you tell me?
Okay, Phoebe, can I ask you a question? Are you really interested into getting into tech? Probably no, we can start from there.
Yeah, I'm interested in getting in, but with the mind of a forensic scientist.
Okay, with that it's easy. You can just start. You can now start learning. Right now, you can seek advice from. Okay, you can have mentors who can guide you on that. Whereby now you will have more clarity and confidence as you approach the tech journey. If you're really passionate about tech, you can just start on just do the exploring the tech industry. Get someone to guide you through it.
Thank you so much, Phoebe. Hope your question has been answered. So thank you guys for being here. Sitamaliza meeting before ni mention. We have Morris. Thank you for being around. Again, we have Ida Mukami. Thank you. Next time we still have actually we still have our next meeting on Friday. So on Friday I'm going to host Paul Obota. Paul Obota is a is a founder founder of Obla Plus Technologies. That's an agri-tech company that's implementing AI in agriculture. So on Friday, the same time, we are going to talk about how to make sure you are successful in the market. So make sure you attend that session. I'm going to share the link. Thank you so much for it. Has been a great session learning from you. Thank you, Doris. Maybe next time I will host you physically. You know, having a broadcast, it will be very nice learning from you. So members, thank you so much for joining. In case for those who missed the meeting, I'm going to share this recording in our YouTube channel. Just search Galaxy Expert Software's Solutions. You're going to get the recordings there. So thank you so much. See you on Friday. Thank you, Kaira.
Okay, thank you for having me here. All the best.